welcome to this video from StockCharts.com. This is the first of a two-part series on using point and figure charts. In this tutorial, we will take you through some of the basics of point and figure charting and show you how to change some of the key chart attributes. Here's what we're going to cover in today's video. First, we'll show you where on the StockCharts.com website you can go to create point and figure charts and access the point and figure chart workbench. Second, we'll show you how to access some vital trend information that's right there on every point and figure chart that you create. Third, we'll show you where to go to decipher point and figure charts and learn about the different terminologies. And fourth, we'll show you how to set some of the chart attributes. First, we need to create a point and figure chart, and that can be done at the top of any web page. Simply go to the Create a Chart section, change Sharp Chart to Point and Figure Chart, enter your desired symbol, and click Go, and you will have a point and figure chart. You can also access point and figure charts from the Sharp Charts workbench. In this example, I've created a Sharp chart for QQQ. And if I want to change that into a point and figure chart, I will scroll down to the bottom, and there is a link and an icon for point and figure chart, and I click on that link, and my chart changes into a point and figure chart. Now, once you're on a point and figure chart, if you see some terminology that you're not familiar with or you want to know what that pattern actually means, you can scroll down and you can learn all about point and figure charts. There are two links you need to know: instructions and understanding. A click on the instructions link will take you to the user documentation for point and figure charts. This explains the mechanics of point and figure charts in very clearly written terms that everybody can understand. There's a lot of good information there. The second place we can go is understanding, and that will take you to the Chart School homepage for point and figure charts. And here you can find over a dozen articles on point and figure charts. And this will cover the patterns, the price objectives, and the indicators and the chart types and more. So once we've created a point and figure chart, how do we know what's on that point and figure chart? Well, this is a chart for Rockwell Automation, and there are 4 items here I want to point out. First of all, you'll notice at the top in green letters you have P&F pattern, and because it's green, that means it's a bullish pattern. And here we have the name of the pattern, triple top breakout, and the date. And below we have the price objective based on this pattern. So those are the first 2 things. The second things are actually on the chart. The price objective can be found in green numbers with PO next to it. And then the current price is in the maroon numbers, 78.02. And that can be found on both sides of the chart. That's the third thing. And the fourth thing is the trend lines that come standard on the point and figure charts. And you can remove these if you want under the overlay section. But basically, if you have a blue trend line sloping up, that gives it a bullish bias. So just by looking at this chart, we can see we have a bullish pattern, we have a bullish price objective, and we have a bullish trend line. So that gives you an idea of the trend. Here's a different example that shows a red P&F pattern. And because it's red, that means it's a bearish pattern. This is Agilent Technologies. You can see a double bottom breakdown as the pattern, and we have a bearish price objective. So those are 2 bearish items there. Then we go on the chart, and you can see the current price is 37. The bearish price objective is 32 on both sides. And then you can see we have a red trend line, which is a bearish resistance line. So judging by these items, you can get a pretty good idea that the trend here is down. Now I'm going to go to a live chart, and you can add another point and figure chart or change that chart by entering a symbol in the top box to the left here, I'm going to enter Google, and I'm going to click Update the Chart. So now I have a Google chart, and you can see it's a rather long chart, and it goes back to 2011. And we go down to the chart attributes, and we can see it's a daily chart. We can change the price field from high, low to close. We can change the chart size. We can make it a giga-sized chart, or we can make it a tiny chart. Lots of flexibility here. And we can change the color scheme. And I happen to like the black neon green color scheme. Now you notice that this chart goes back to 2011. So it's about 1 year. If we wanted a little more granularity or a little more detail, we could do a intraday chart. So we could do a 30-minute chart, and I'm going to change this to 30 minutes. So we go back to the top, click Update, and we will get our new chart. And you can see we have our neon green now, and this chart goes back to August. If we wanted this chart to go back a little further, we could change the setting to 60 minutes. You might think this is going to be short term, but actually it's going to give us a medium term picture. If we look at Google here, you can see we have a 60-minute chart, and it goes back about 6 months. So intraday charting is not always for short-term analysis. When you're using point and figure charts, a lot of these intraday settings can give you a good medium-term perspective. I'm going to go ahead and change this chart. So in this example, I changed to Amazon, and I'm showing a wide 700 chart. You can see it's much bigger, and you can see how easy it is to see the neon green with the black background. That makes quite a nice chart. Now, under the chart attributes, I showed you the basic settings there, and there are 3 more settings that you can use. You can show the price plot on top of the point and figure chart, and this will give you a long-term price plot of Amazon. It's not going to be a price plot that matches the date axis on the point and figure chart. It's usually going to be a longer-term picture. You can show the volume associated with the falling O columns or the rising X columns, or you can show the reversal marker. And I've clicked that box to show the reversal marker. You need to update it to get it refreshed to show that. And you'll see a red or green box depending on the current column. So the current column here is up. It's a rising X column. And this red box shows you where you would have to decline to start a new O column or a new decline. And that shows you would have to move into that 224 box or move below 228 there. So if we move below that level, then we would have a reversal. And that can help chartists identify a level at which something is changing on this chart. So you can see just from this very basic information on point and figure charts, first, there's a lot of information right on the chart, even with just the default settings. And second, you can do a lot of customization as far as the look and the size and what is shown on the chart. And that concludes part 1 of our chart tutorial on point and figure charting. Stay tuned for part 2 for more details on how to customize these charts. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Good luck and good charting.